All right, so here we have the Barnyatoh 4 drawer storage cabinet for shoes. We have this in our entryway here. One of the things that is really great about this guy here is just the size and style. It doesn't really look like it is a shoe cabinet. The other thing is, it doesn't take up very much space. This was a really big deal for us because our foyer here, as you can see, is not very wide. So we didn't have a lot of options for where people could put shoes or store things when they came in. We wanted something like a console table, but with usable storage. And this was a really good um, compromise in that area because we like the wood finish, we like the farmhouse look, comes in lots of different colors, but it's also that perfect size for a smaller entryway that still provides for an awful lot of storage when it comes to shoes. There we go. Here, we don't even use all the drawers. As well as items like we can put keys here. We can have our security system. We can have, our smart home controls and miscellaneous items that are in your pockets. So you get a lot of storage in a very small package that, when closed up, still looks very nice in the house. So we'll go through and going to do a little bit more details about some of the features that are really great about this, and we'll talk about some things that we've learned to live with, but which could be a little bit better in the future. So, starting off with, again, is the size. This is a 9.4-inch in depth, so the table width from here to here, 9.4 inches, great depth for a smaller entryway. Because it is so tall and skinny, it is also anchored. So this is anchored into the wall, so it's not going to fall forward. If you have kids pulling on the handles really hard or anything like that, it is going to be secure as far as tipping. It won't be tipping. Over here on the side is a great feature we were like, is these key hooks, or we use it for the little shoe horn there and a hat. So you get lots of options for just storing things there on the side. The tapered legs are actually really nice, and it helps. You can actually see we have a power strip back there, so it makes it easy for us to access and put things in and out of the power strip. Good shelf size here in terms of storage. You can put lots of you put your mail there, we put sunglasses there. Like I said, we've got like our ring keypad and our um, shall not be named smart device because she'll trigger. Um, so really good to have lots of storage options. Again, if you have a small space, this gives you 9.4 inches and then another 9.4 inches all the way down. So it's almost like having two tables. All right, so let's talk about the shoe storage itself. So, in general, each of these drawers fits roughly 6 pairs of shoes. And there's a caveat to that with boots. So, with 6 pairs of shoes, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way down there as well. Um, you'll notice the height. This is one of the things that we do wish would be improved in the future. It doesn't affect us because no one here has gigantic feet, but if you have anything bigger than a size 12, you will struggle to close this when the shoes are straight back and forward. You'd have to put them slightly off at an angle, or you'd have to put them in the long way rather than the tall way. So if you have very large shoes, 13 plus, expect you're going to get a little bit of trouble closing it when your shoes are placed straight in. So just keep that in mind. Works great for men size 11, size 12. Not a problem, but you keep going, um, you will potentially clip the top just a little bit. The next thing you saw is if you have very small shoes, every now and then something will go like that. And it's not a huge deal, but you do have to pull the shoe back up. Or here, I'll just try to do it real fast so I can get it to happen. Nope. Every now and then you also get things that'll overlap. So here's where that roughly 6 pairs comes in. If you have small shoes, flip flops, things like that, you can store them on top of each other, and now you've actually increased the amount of shoe storage you have. So you could actually get 12 pairs in of things like flip flops or flats. So for the anyone with smaller shoes or shoe types like sandals and things like that, you can get actually a lot more shoes in here. And then let's go down to large shoes because this is kind of the caveat with this guy is when you have large shoes. You see, like we have work boots here. We actually take the shelf out, so there is an adjustable shelf height, so you can have bigger shoes, middle shoes, and small shoes. But for really big shoes like boots, we completely remove the shelf. So that is an option for large shoes. But when you remove that shelf, you can only get 3 pairs in there. So definitely play around with it. Look through what shoes you are actually going to use and need to be available right by your door. Chances are it's probably not 24 pairs of shoes. But if it is, this is a really great option. So that's why we have one here. This is just for guests. We don't even use this one. All the shoes we use on a day to day basis already covered, and we have an extra one so people can put shoes in there if they need it. Outside of that, this has been a just a wonderful addition to the home. Really recommended and great for shoe storage needs, keeping the clutter down, lots of utility, and a great look. So it's the Barnyatoh 4 cabinet shoe storage.